Horror games are f***ing awesome. From Half-Life 1 to Half-Life 2, they always thrill me. But you know what other type of game that I love?
Old games.
So I'm gonna try to make a retro horror game. And I'm gonna do it in a month because I don't really know. Recently I've been playing Phasmophobia a ton. So I wanted to make a game based off of Phasmophobia, specifically the AI. In Phasmophobia, the AI is really advanced and super f***ing annoying. It can wander, hide, chase, and pretty much do anything you can think of. And the AI I'm used to making can't. So we need to research. Okay. What? Alright, we'll get back to that soon. First, we have to figure out the game. Obviously, my game can't just steal ghost hunting from Phasmophobia. So, what do? Honestly, I was resonating on this for a while, and as it turns out, making ideas is hard. But after a week of thinking, I got one. I want to make a search party game. The gameplay is essentially you have to find a body in a forest left by a monster. To start, I needed to make player movement, but I'm terrible at coding movement, so I stole a script from Fungi Kokois. This guy is actually awesome at what he does. Next, I made the map. This is supposed to be a retro game, so this should be easy. The trees I made for the map are based off of the ones in Super Mario 64, meaning they're just pictures of trees that look at you. I know, I'm incredible at graphic design. Then I added a house that you can leave the match with. As you can see, a lot of these models are simple, which fits the style of old games. A lot of this progress I streamed on my Twitch. I'll link that down below. So the map's done, but something doesn't look right. Oh yeah, this looks nothing like a retro game. Sure, it looks but I mean, that's just my style. So I researched how to make it seem even remotely similar to a retro game. I went through tutorials and Unity forums just to find nothing. I just couldn't figure out how to do it. Until I did. Bad lighting quality. So I used a shader that made the lighting quality worse and looked older. Then I used some I don't even understand to make the game pixelated. For some reason the shader I used made everything pitch black, so that worked out perfectly for a horror game. But let's go back to the AI. The monster has to be super advanced if I want this game to be fun at all. So I gave it 5 states. These states will control what the AI is doing, or they'll try to because I suck at. The states I chose were hiding, stalking, hunting, attacking, and wandering. When the monster's hiding, it moves to the closest thing it can hide in. While stalking, the AI stalks the player. F***ing obviously. While hunting, the enemy walks around the body you have to find, so I made a body and told it to randomly spawn around the map. Attacking is pretty self-explanatory, and wandering makes the AI, well, wander. Finally, I made a model based off the Native American legend the Wendigo, which according to the stories was a real asshole. Then I added some code that let you collect bodies. Once all the bodies are found, you can go to the house and win the match. Finally, I started up the game for its first playtest. It was boring. The game was becoming what was ruining horror games for generations, just not fun. Which is really bad if you want your game to be entertaining. And to put more salt in the wound, we were halfway through the deadline. This was devastating. I was just as bad as all those AAA studios. And I couldn't live with that, so back to researching. There's so many things I could do to fix my game, but then I thought of Phasmophobia. I should have known this. Look at all of the most popular horror games. What do they all have in common? That's right. Multiplayer. So I want to put multiplayer in my game, but how do I do that? Isn't that like hard? Luckily, I have a lot of experience in multiplayer from my game Bowling FPS, which you can play on itch.io. For Bowling FPS, I used Photon networking. I love Photon. It's so awesome. All I had to do was add a couple of add-ons and it's done. After adding multiplayer, I made a player model based on 007 GoldenEye and added some code to network it. But wait, this doesn't work. See, I coded the AI for one player, so the AI doesn't know that there's multiple players. To fix this, I gave all the players a tag which identifies them as a player, and told the enemy to get a random player from these tags and target that player for a certain amount of time. Though it still wasn't done. If you didn't join the room first, the monster just won't move. So now the artificial intelligence is just about as intelligent as an Eminem fan, and we need to fix that. This was painful. I had to check if the player was the first player in the room for every function, which you could probably guess was so much fun. Then I had to add a script that networks the position of the enemy. How does that work? I don't know, it came with Photon. Now the enemy's done, but multiplayer's definitely not. Because I'm so awful at game development, the game's held together with basically hopes and dreams, and adding a single thing to the game adds 5 new issues. It's like a fucking Hydra. First issue is the body spawning. It wasn't networked. I don't know how to do that. So let's go into the Photon forums, I thought. This should be easy enough, I thought. No. To do this, you need pun RPCs. Upon seeing these words on my screen, I had a Winter Soldier flashback. RPCs are the most painful thing I've ever experienced as a game developer. RPCs are short for Remote Procedure Call, or most experts call it f***ing stupid. What it does is it calls a function for certain players in the game. In the bowling video, I was wrong when I explained it because I'm not sure the creator knows what they do. First, I coded the RPC to play the spawn function as the master client, which is the person that controls the game. Then, I coded the monster to drag the player's body away when they die as well as drop the body for the others to find. But the game isn't fun yet. The fun part about games like Lethal Company is the voice chat, and my game doesn't have that, so that's the first thing I'm gonna work on. The problem with voice chat is that I've never done it before. I don't have the slightest idea how voice chat works. For all I know, it's some sort of dark magic. I am so stressed right now. The deadline is a week away, and I have no idea how to make voice chat. What am I doing right now? Should I just quit? I'll just watch a tutorial. That was surprisingly easy. Now that that's working perfectly, I need to work on the art and the menu. The fun part. First, the logo. I put a lot of work into this. I wanted it to look like a cryptid hunting logo, but I put my own little twist on it. I know this is bad, but you know what would make it better? If you liked and subscribed. That's how you do a plug right there. So, I guess this is the logo. Cool. Next, we have to make the menu. I made it so that you could join a room randomly or with a code. Then, I added the settings tab, which literally has one setting. After that, I added some shoutouts to my channel and my Discord, which you should definitely join, by the way. Then I added a Paper Mario 64 font I got from this archive website. Finally, I added a menu before the match starts with a leaderboard. Now the game looks good, but is it fun? There's only one way to find out.
Is that a piece of ham? Why are you going after me? There's literally ham right there. Oh, you
Fire. Yeah, the scariest
I am very... Yeah, they're looking at me. Oh my god! Yeah, I just juked the out of it.
Must go into China on a public bathroom on August 6, 2025 and scream the word chicken strips for me to be free from my curse. Please do it.
What is bro talking about? Guys? Hello?
What's that?
Guys?
Rick, tell me. Rick, tell me.
I don't know what his plan is here. Ah. Bro, man, why do you always gotta die?
By now, you should somehow realize what you gotta do. I believe that I am right, go I do. I'm watching now. No, but what was that one of the voice lines? Oh! Oh! No way! Bro, I juked.
He's not gonna play a song right now.
Dude, he's gonna pick that. Oh no.